You're listening to the Starfall Actual Play Podcast. Starfall Actual Play Podcast is a combination of short stories, audio dramas, and actual role-playing to tell a much larger story. If you like our show, please consider becoming a backer, or tell a friend about it, or say hi. Follow us on Twitter at StarfallRPG or at JackMonkeyGames. Go visit our website, which has a lot of really cool stuff, or sign up for our mailing list, which has all kinds of neat stuff. Patreon backers, I'm about ready to send off the next postcard, which will have the next secret that might lead you. Well, I can't tell you where it's going to lead you. In this episode, let's just say the players are tied up. Again. And being in the middle of the Warzadian forest, let's just say they're not alone. If you go to our website, starfallrpg.jackmonkeygames.com, and look up this episode's show notes, you can see some of the artwork associated with what's happening. And more information on the Warzadian forests.
This episode contains strong language like scrub, skridonk, and now and then Terry talks about work. Listener discretion is advised.
Everyone, feel free to check out the new webpage again. This time it is at https://starfallrpg.jackmonkeygames.com. Don't worry, there'll be links.
Is Jack Monkey Games by itself working yet?
It just got it working. Tech support is fucking awesome. Woo! So, yes, we want to thank HostGator because a previous hosting company sucked, and HostGator, awesome!
Nailed it.
Nailed it!
Yeah, they had 3 people working on the problem, and they're like, yeah, we're going to get this fixed. And they stayed on chatting with me for like an hour. It was awesome. Didn't fix the issue, but they said, look, maybe you should try this instead. And their suggestion was really good. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so the last time we left you folks, you were heading back to Warzad after 6 months of training to deliver weapons to the park rangers in the forest. So the park rangers of Warzad have decided that they are taking sides, and they're gonna be part of the resistance. Problem is that all of their weaponry is designed to fight off large predators. Their power armor is not designed to fight other power armor. It's not designed to take on armed soldiers. It does really good about keeping a Thunder Bear, which hope you guys never encounter one, at bay. It does really good at keeping something the size of a T-Rex from getting into the city in a humane way.
Tiny little arms, wreaking havoc.
Those mice, they just get right past.
But yeah, it's a soldier with a submachine gun can make quick work of a ranger's power armor.
So it's sort of more like what you might have seen in a...
Yes.
With the forklift thing on the...
Yeah, the forklift.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Now, I want to let you guys know that, yes, we're going to start off this particular adventure with everyone being captured. Hungover, yes. The players are hungover.
Poisoned.
We were captured while hungover.
Yes. So, your ship has landed in a clearing. Everything was going according to plan. Terry, Lava, Mama Bear had decided that and Reza were going to go and deliver the goods. So they took a ground transport with the weapons out into the forest. Your guys' job was to keep the ship running long enough so when they came back, you could just up and leave.
Yeah.
You received a message from a unknown voice or unknown person basically saying that the church fleet is over your ship and you shouldn't move. So the entire church fleet is orbiting the planet and just happen to be going over your particular area, and that you shouldn't move.
Oh, this is
At that point, all electronic devices failed. Like all of them. Your arm, for some reason, did not.
It's hydraulic.
Hydraulic, something about it. Something about your arm seems to be. I mean, he starts it every morning.
It winds it up.
So I get the crime.
No, that's the
steampunk version in the regular.
No. There's another character in a cornfield right now that's going, hey, I'm going to sue for copyright. That's a Steamrollers reference.
The
Steamrollers!
The art for like a steampunk cybernetic arm would be very good.
We should do that and then post it on Steamrollers Adventure Podcast. Because they're, by the way, we are now the official sponsors for their show for season 3.
Oh, excellent!
Woo! Yes.
Way to go.
That's why we're going to be promoting the hell out of it.
Big boner for steamrollers, yes.
Hard for steamrollers.
Rigid.
Oh, by the way, do we have
Steely.
little cards today?
Yes, we do. Okay, so as for the fact that you guys have been captured, oh yes, you have been captured. During that time, a church patrol basically got jump on you,
Because we were kind of
trying to figure out why the ship wasn't running, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
They have tied you all up. You are sitting outside your ship. Your arms are tied behind your back.
Can you get suspended from the roof?
As a warning to our enemies.
Sure.
This is what will happen here.
Never in this group, ever. It's getting dark. You haven't heard anything from the group that went to deliver the weapons. However, you haven't heard your captors talk about it either. Now, here's what's interesting. They do not have communication either. So whatever is affecting you guys is affecting them as well. What are you guys doing?
How are we?
What happened to the turbo?
Haven't seen Turbo. You haven't seen him since the other group left.
Aww. I'm still in my pets.
So, how are we contained? Are we
Like, picketed in the forest, or are we in a crude cell? Or... Yeah, what happened to our ship?
So they're trying to go through your ship, trying to figure out why things aren't working. It's not the fifth crew. The fifth crew is in orbit behind a moon.
Right.
You guys are on one of the cargo shuttles.
Yeah.
Cargo shuttle is fairly sizable, but it's enough for cargo.
It's just a
Yeah.
show to the cargo carrier that shuttles back and forth.
Yeah. It's this one, unlike Terry's old craft, does not have specialized rooms. So they have you in a clearing next to a campfire because they want to keep an eye on you. They have you bound behind your arms behind you, and then tied to a tree. The cable that they're using like a synthetic rope that is cut resistant.
Usually.
How many?
How many of them? You think that there is at least 8. This was a decent sized patrol. These are standard soldiers. There are no street preachers.
Excellent. That's always a good start.
Have they searched the hidden storage compartment in my arm?
No.
What's in your hidden storage compartment in your arm? You don't know?
Bits and bobs?
You're gonna find out when you get there.
It's a Ormenian.
and
There's
how-
going to be
okay.
like a chainsaw.
Are we all tied up in like one ring, or are we like individually tied up to like a tree?
Individual trees.
Individual things. Okay.
What was their reason for detaining us?
You're not church, and you're out in the middle of where the resistance is supposed to be.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
Okay. Oh, that's right. I've got a church symbol on me. I carry one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to potentially use my slate of hand skills to try and get out of the binding and retrieve my church symbol? Would that count?
I will allow that. So, you need to make, because you're bound, normally sleight of hand would be a target number of 10, but because you are bound, you need, it's going to be a 20 because you're bound. It's tough. It's supposed to be tough.
Alright. And a 5 again.
Okay. 15. Yeah, you rolled okay, but not
Damn it.
great. Okay. I want everyone to roll your perception. And again. And again. Okay. So, you see...
3 times.
You recognize that one of the guards keeps on looking at you funny. And it's almost like he recognizes you. And he's leaning up against one of the trees. And then you see a claw reach down and snatch him up into the trees.
Yoink. That reaction. I'm just like, oh no, the stress is getting to her.
Is this a friendly claw or am I shooting myself?
Not to that
Friendly
guy.
claw. Friendly for me? Is it a critter?
It's a creature.
Ah, so I make friends with this creature.
It might eat us.
No, but I'm friendly to the creatures.
Are the creatures
Space
to you?
Yes.
That's the question.
Yes. The creatures are friendly to me, aren't they?
On a successful roll, the creature looks at him and goes, okay, and decides not to kill him. Everyone else, no problem. It will continue its rage, but for her, she becomes a non-target.
Okay, but just her, right? The rest of us is still in danger.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
She's fine. She survives.
But can I convince the creature to be everybody's friend and get us out?
You can try, but you'd need to be able to see it first.
But I saw its claw.
You saw its claw.
Okay.
Does she have some secret whispery language
I have
that she
mild
speaks to
telepathy.
animals with?
Yeah, it's part of her human psi ability. Whereas with you, your species doesn't register as food as to the creatures on this planet. They're just not interested.
Could I make
You're a
some
non-target.
kind of noise
Great.
to like lure it to me and then like
Maybe.
Whippoorwill.
Do I know what it is?
No.
Okay,
not
so
a
I wouldn't
familiar
know what
claw.
kind of.
It was reptilian in nature.
Oh.
Jerry's cousin.
Jerry's mate.
So I can't hear things. What if I just kick the shit out of the ground with my feet so I can feel it?
So that might.
Okay. Make a...
Make an animal stomping roll.
I need to be able to see it so that I can be like, hey, you need to come let me out of my binding.
Why make all the noise when
And
we're
track the
being guarded?
patrols. Yeah.
Because it's going to come out of the trees and fuck some shit up.
Hey there, everybody. This is Leslie D. Soul, author of the Fallenwood Chronicles, here to remind you that if you think you've got troubles in your life, you're not alone. Follow our hero Ash in my novels as she has to deal with depression, insecurity, rampaging dragons, heartache, pesky gnomes, betrayal, lack of fulfillment, confusion, inadvertent spell casting, having to deal with royalty, and more within the pages of my novels. The cure for your troubles is to breathe deep, keep going, and read Fallenwood.
A long, long time ago, in a land far away named Phylor, there were 4 legendary adventurers.
We are the Adventurous Four, renowned across the land.
Using their cunning and strength, the party defeats many monsters and saves many lives.
Nick takes her fairy blade and stabs it into his other eyeball.
Oh my
gosh!
Can you go jump on my back? Do I cast Expeditious Retreat?
Yeah. Can Bob roll a d20 for me?
I don't like that. I don't like how you asked that.
D20 business.
What if I rolled a 1? What if I told you I just rolled a 1?
Come and join us weekly at How the Quest Was Won. Found anywhere where podcasts are located. Purchase not necessary. No real magic was used in the making of this podcast.
We accept the fact that we had to sacrifice a whole Monday night at game night for whatever it is we did wrong. But we think you're crazy for making us record a podcast for telling you who we think we are. You see us as you want to see us, in the simplest terms and the most convenient definitions. But what we found out is that each one of us is a fighter,
a basket case,
a princess,
a soldier.
Does that answer your question? Sincerely yours, Resting Glitch Face. You're listening to Starfall podcast, by the way, if you didn't already know that. But you probably did because you clicked on the button.
The gods noticed.
They haven't noticed that guard.
So now there's potentially 7 of them.
Katie, who's seen the creature, isn't it?
Yes.
None of us. Okay, so I'm just chilling.
I'm still trying to fidget, trying to get out of my bindings and just failing.
I think I'm just sitting there.
I'm persistent.
I'm gonna see if I can find something in my handy little compartment to break through the ropes.
Okay.
Whether I left an old pocket knife in there or...
How are you going to do that if you're tied up?
It's in his arm.
In your arm?
Yeah.
Are all the patrols
Maybe
of
you just
breaking
need
bindings off
compartments
with
in
your
your
fucking
arms.
arm?
You could hold so much
Yeah,
more.
my robot arm's strong,
You
but
might wreck your other arm doing that.
Just be like,
the rest of me isn't.
no,
but can't you just like
Rip my arm off.
Hand towels.
Yeah, but that other
Like the
arm.
can't-see
professional
Tear his other hand off. He needs that hand.
The street preacher Bible around my
They're
right.
yes, they're having concerns.
It's like when people like rip the ears off things and thread them into a necklace.
No.
Well,
You've
let's
got
see.
a
Do I
Bible.
have anything?
Well,
Christmas
it's more
gifts?
like, holy shit, that ear belongs to Bruce Lee. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Because what you have around your neck is used by their elite special forces.
Yep.
So the fact that you have one around your neck and you're not dead means that whoever it used to belong to is. So they're kind of concerned.
Can I not try to convince them that I am a street preacher?
How well do you know?
Well, how about we find out?
Well, you do love stories, so this would be a knowledge.
Well, what would a knowledge?
Well,
Then you take.
if they're all
I
standard
do have
patrol and they've
knowledge.
seen one of the people they've captured with this Bible around their neck, would they not have? Oh no, their electronic things aren't working.
Yes.
Otherwise, normally they would have.
They would have checked
I'm
in.
really on mine.
What? That's not great. It's an 11.
Okay.
Can I at least know what a soldier would be called, like a standard soldier?
Yes.
Which is? Oh, good. Alright, let's try this.
So much confidence.
Hey, soldier, do you realize the repercussions that tying up one of your own would have? Do you know who I am?
Well,
They look over at you and like, what?
I'm Brother Geronimus. Yes, Brother Geronimus. I was sent here to Warzone on a personal mission by Father Matthew. You are impeding that mission.
I gotta roll for this.
I would suggest that you untie me and my companions.
Yeah, they're not getting it. They look at you, they're like, you're an alum. We've never converted an alum.
You personally, maybe not. Are you willing to take the risk?
Until we get confirmation, yes.
I don't think you have much time for confirmation. You do realize where we are, right?
We're in the middle of the Orzadian jungle. Or is this a forest?
It's dense.
Forest.
Really hoping for like a creature to put a claw down right about now.
And some light.
Yeah. Well, I mean, try it.
So, Father Matthew will be hearing about this.
That's awesome. I hope that recorded well. You see one of the guards looking around and says, "I gotta take a leak." Goes off to the bushes, and you hear.
Do we hear a leaking sound?
No.
And did everyone hear that?
Yeah, I would say, well, not everybody. The guards did not.
Private, you'd better go over and check up on your brother there. I told you, don't have a lot of time here.
He looks at you, just, like, completely ignores you, and then goes back to the campfire. Now, Empresa, you hear something behind you.
Oh, dear God.
You hear
Yeah. I'm a member of the church.
You feel something brush against the back of your hands. It's scaly.
Hey guys, don't bash on the scales.
Something scaly brushes back, and then in that moment of panic, you see two red eyes open up across the reflecting off of the campfire on the other side of the camp.
You've been listening to the Starfall Actual Play Podcast, written and directed by Kevin C. Mason. Subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever else you can find a podcast. Become a Patreon backer by going to patreon.com/StarfallPodcast. Get a copy of Roll vs. Roll at GamesCrafter or Drive-Thru RPG.